Hey, what's up, y'all? This episode 80, believe it or not, People's Podcast. We made it this far. Um, Last episode was so good, we didn't get a chance to dive into it as much as we wanted to.
At all.
So, with that being said, we got a little off topic or whatever thing. We're gonna try harder this round because it was a good episode, good view. So the topic is gonna be forgiveness. And we're gonna touch bases. I'm gonna have everybody touch bases on what they want to touch bases on that they couldn't before. And with that being said, I think I said my piece. I just wanted to hear more other people reason of being forgiveness and how forgiveness affects your everyday life or your future life, and how people carry grudges and stuff like that. Anybody want to start it off?
I've accomplished so much. I feel like I've been through this roller coaster before.
All right.
Is that dude from the last one on
Hey,
here?
it got quiet as
he's
hell.
not. Okay, so the last episode, old boy was talking about forgiveness was for yourself. I guess. But I don't like forgiving if it's not genuine.
Well, it's
And I
within
feel like
you.
we talk about forgiving for the sake of forgiving for yourself to let it go, but I can't let shit go if I didn't genuinely forgive somebody.
Understood.
You
But
can't,
that's
Right
hold
now.
on, hold on. She just said she can't let shit go if she didn't genuinely forgive somebody.
so that's
Yeah, because
on
you know,
you.
people be expecting, right? And so people be expecting. No, what he said was like, you gotta forgive everybody, like to
Yeah, just for your
closure or
own
something.
forgiveness. Yeah.
But like, I can't just forgive everybody, and sometimes that takes me a minute to forgive people because I gotta work through the shit that I feel about them.
Yeah, and then on top of it, even with forgiveness, you can't really forget. So if somebody hurt you or scarred you,
Yeah.
no matter how much you may love or care about them, and you want to forgive them, you still got the memories.
You do,
So
and you
you
try to
gonna-
like cover it up, but it'll get brought up again because they'll do something that'll bring it up in your brain. Like
It's going to trigger that
inevitable.
memory. It's going to trigger that
Or
memory.
if you don't truly forgive them yourself, you gonna bring it up.
That's
Absolutely.
true too. Yeah, absolutely.
I got a slick ass mouth, and if I don't forgive you for the things that you did to me, if for my own good, I'm gonna say some shit that's gonna destroy you.
Yeah.
Damn.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I can. Yeah.
I'd throw it back in your face, or you know what I'm saying? It's in the back of my head all the time. If I don't forgive you for it, and if I don't let it go personally, there is no way you're gonna have the same access to me than before.
Not at all. I feel like there's at least 3 people that I'll probably never forgive for the way they
my baby
crossed.
daddy, one of them.
And so, and I have,
One-
and I'm at peace with it. Like I'm cool with it. I'm cool with never forgiving them. So I don't feel like you have to forgive somebody to have peace or closure.
Well, I'm the type of person. My stuff happens in layers. I can often immediately forgive people, but when I've been deceived for a certain amount of time, and when it's lengthy,
Mhm.
that's when it takes time. That's when
Yeah.
it takes 2 to build through. Because
Oh yeah, and
because
it's got to be worth it to fucking work through it too.
exactly. But I do know within myself it has to be done. But me personally, I need that closure. You know what I'm saying? Like, are you really sorry? You know what I'm saying? Once you get, because everything comes to light. Are you really sorry?
I mean, well,
Or you
motherfucker
sorry
tell
you got
they
caught?
sorry. Somebody can tell you they sorry until they blue in the face, but if it ain't no actions in behind them words, how can you believe that anyway?
Well,
I was-
Exactly.
forget saying sorry. Can you admit to the wrong?
I think that's a big thing too. People just say I'm sorry off the cuff,
Accountability.
and they don't even like take accountability for real. Like if you ask them what they're sorry for, they can't even tell you half the time.
Or they get
Oh.
upset and be like, I meant to do it. It don't work that way.
But here go the thing about that, like, oh, girl was like, I'll say something to destroy their life, this, that, and the third. I was told it's 3 type of people in this world that tell the truth: a drunk, a child, and somebody that's angry. So, you know, if you really angry at somebody, it kind of would behoove you before you take things to another level to not say nothing to them at all.
And I'm that type of person.
Yeah.
I'm that type of
I
person.
agree with that.
Sometimes I'm in like, I will push something to a point to where I know what's upset. you know what I'm saying, you know what's wrong, but
Don't get up here.
you have to say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want you to resent me privately. Bring it
Monet,
to
don't
bring it
get
to
up
the
here.
air, you know, bring it to the ground, bring it to the floor, work through it. Don't hold resentment. Because that builds other
Monet, I
toxic
don't
type
want
of
you up
shit.
here. Monet, I don't want you up here.
Because some people will be
Some
like,
things
nothing's
ain't
wrong all day when something wrong. My bad. Go
some
ahead.
things
You're so
ain't
fucking
meant to
annoying.
be worked out though, man. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Yeah,
you
that's
just
what I
need-
was saying. Like, there's at least 3 people I don't ever give a fuck to work out shit with. And if I
Yeah.
ever see them, it'll definitely be a misunderstanding. And I don't feel bad for it. And I don't live my life with any less peace
Like-
than I would if I had forgiven them.
But see that energy you got
No,
right
some
there.
people
That's not
just-
good energy.
It's great
How
energy.
you figure?
Some
How you figure?
people have karma coming their way at some point, and that's when I'll get my closure.
Karma doesn't
But you
include
can't
you.
say that because like people that say with karma, like what goes around comes around. So say if I shoot somebody, I'm expecting them to shoot me back. They might not shoot me. They might shoot somebody I care and love about, or they might not do nothing at all. Maybe somebody I care and love about get hurt the same way I hurt somebody else. That could be karma. It don't necessarily mean what you
Yeah,
did. The
yeah.
exact
Million
same thing
ways.
is gonna come
Yeah.
back to you.
Well,
Yeah.
I know that I hope nothing but hell for Jasper for eternity. So like however that gets handled to him, I'm good with that. I don't give a fuck.
You got a whole life to live before you really understand your true feeling.
You a lie.
You got a whole life to understand. Like you're not.
He's so devilish. Like I tried to
Oh no, I'm not
I tried to
denying that.
reason about this situation with him and everything in my head, tried to find reasons to fucking let it go, and I did. But he keep on fucking with me, dog. I had to change my whole number because of him.
You got to
At my
understand,
son's
when
dad's
you were
funeral.
dealing with somebody that's got a mental issue already. You can't expect them to have normal logic.
I don't even want to deal with him. That's just it. You know, he stole my truck, right? I got that back. Because he got it impounded. And now, you know, I guess when he gets bored, he likes to fuck with me. So he posted my number that I had for years and years on a fucking dating site talking about I fucking suck and all this other shit. I had people calling me on for like 2 straight days, dog. And I was at my son's dad's funeral. And any other time I would have laughed at it, but like I was literally at his funeral and I had to like change my number. I couldn't even deal with it. And so he does things to continue to like fuck with me. And even though I don't think about him or don't want nothing to do with him, he still keeps trying to put himself in my life. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. Yes, he has mental issues, but I mean, shit, that ain't got shit to do with me. He had those before he met me.
Some people could be hurt and they might want that attention from you, but don't know how to go about asking for it. Don't know how to say, I'm sorry. Can you forgive me? Can we go back to being friends? Or, you know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't think that's the way to fucking go about it. I could have let it go and probably forgave him if he had just left me the fuck alone. But he won't.
Tasha, you got any input now? Like anything you want to say?
Forgiveness is real hard for me because I've had a lot of issues forgiving a couple of people in general, but there's certain things you can't forgive, like just because of the fact of they knew that they was doing wrong 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and you just can't allow them to have access to you. You have to let it go as a person. That doesn't mean you forgive them for it. Doesn't mean you forget about it. But
If
just
you
letting it go.
If you is letting go, that is a form of forgiveness. Why
But,
would you
I mean,
continue to
I guess,
harbor hatred?
but at the same time, I guess it's me keeping my guard up. I'm not gonna, if I see them out in public, I'm not gonna speak. I'm not gonna acknowledge your presence.
I get that
Bishop.
to an extent.
Stop.
You know, I mean,
The person I am, I get, if I get
You said
angry and I
Bishop.
get red in the face,
Stop.
then there's no talking to me. Once I get past a certain point, I'm angry and you can't
and that
talk to me.
person
There's
got control over you then. That person got
But I
mad
got control over
you.
me by not reacting to that. I
No,
think
no, once
anybody
you turn
that
red in
don't
the
even
face,
act
though.
on it.
Once you turn red in the face, though, then as that person has you totally.
Stop.
I got high blood pressure. That's my excuse.
Go. Just go.
Yeah,
No,
but high
don't
blood
get
pressure don't make you bust nobody no shit
don't
either.
get up
Though.
there. I love you.
You
I
understand
know
where I'm
that's
going
just
with that?
yeah. I
Oh, that's
know,
your
but
man.
the type of person I get too angry at stuff most of the time, and it's like there's no way that you can come back from that with me. I'm gonna turn and walk the other way. I'm gonna make sure that you don't even know my presence anymore. You don't even know what I'm doing. You don't even know that I exist.
Just leave him alone. Stop.
Yeah, that's best sometimes, but still, like being that way is there's going to be a elephant in the room kind of vibe.
And I expect there to be an elephant in the room because I want you to understand that you don't have that same access to me. That if you walk up to me on a normal day, we're gonna have
Monet.
anything. We're not gonna have any problems. I'm not even gonna acknowledge your existence.
Yeah,
Boy.
and that's a whole weird vibe of energy I wouldn't even want to be around. You know what I mean?
And
Oh,
then like,
absolutely not. That's why I make them uncomfortable because I don't want you around me.
Me knowing you all these years, you have this thing of where you're calm, zen, one with thyself, and that's the scary one too.
Yeah, I got that too. That's
That's an awkward one too, especially to someone that knows that they wronged you. Mind
yeah, it's hard for me to get to that point, but once I get there, I'm there. Once I forgive you for it, boy, stop playing with me.
You
Sorry.
can't live in the past, you know what I mean? Like we can't.
No, but I'm expecting the same in
Anything
the future.
when you go to sleep and then tonight and you wake up in the morning, everything that happened on Tuesday, it don't matter no more. Because it's Wednesday and you can't never get that Tuesday. Tuesday gonna come around the corner again, but that specific Tuesday, you can't never get that back.
True.
So why
That's
continue to
facts.
keep bringing that into your present and your future?
You might block lessons from a certain thing or a certain feeling or a certain moment.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I take it differently because a certain amount of disrespect can't be forgiven.
Well, absolutely.
No,
And we at that level of we can all agree Martin Luther King was a motherfucker, wasn't he?
Can we let me ask a question for the panel then? Like, what do y'all feel like is something that's just unforgivable?
physical violence.
I don't believe in that because as a kid growing up, I used to fight with some of my closest friends, and we'd be right back friends after we got finished fighting.
Is it
Well, I
specific?
had
Is
my
it a
baby
specific
daddy-
type? See, that's a specific type.
Absolutely. My baby daddy
Yeah,
put
see,
his
that's
hands
different.
on me, looked me in my eyes, and threw me on the ground and tried to choke me out. There's certain things you can't forgive.
Yeah, but I had the same thing happen to me from. Never mind.
Man, my baby mama beat my ass quite a few times.
And that's something that's
I still
unspoken
forgive
though.
and love her.
Yeah, that's unspoken though. Maybe it's because we actually can overpower them.
Yeah, because he was drunk and ain't no way I was overpowering him at that point. My whole life flashed before my eyes. And also, you know what I'm saying? He called my dad after that, trying to get my dad, because my dad has heart problems. He tried to get my dad all riled up, talking about he hit me and I'm calling the cops and blah, blah, blah. You called my dad trying to mess with my dad. That ain't cool. That's not something I'm gonna forgive.
This was in the same instant.
It was in the same night, the same hour, the same instance. I was on the phone with the cops when he was calling my dad.
I don't know.
Somebody baby over there active as hell. How old that baby is?
He's 3. The
Three.
pain in my butt.
The treacherous 3s.
Oh, listen, you don't even know. That's my youngest. My oldest she's 5. She's calm. She's like playing on her tablet. He's over here trying to jump on me saying, "Hi guys."
That was him?
Yep.
And you want to talk about forgiveness too.
What is y'all doing?
Who are you saying? Oh yeah, he wanna
Yeah, he wanna be on with y'all. He went in the back now because I
only
didn't hurt
reason
his feelings.
only reason it's not kid friendly because we use cuss words this episode.
I mean, he hear that all the time. I'm not even gonna lie.
Say people that swear a lot more
Intellectual,
honest, and
prone to
smart.
being honest. Yeah.
Yep.
You don't say fuck at least 3 times a day, then you're doing it wrong.
Oh, I'm smart as hell then.
Bro, look at Chris. She grin like she say that. She say that shit.
I say fuck so much. My aunt be like, stop talking like that. I said, I'm 42 years old. Fuck.
I earned the right to say some shit.
Like, no, for real.
I don't know. I'm old fashioned though. Like
Then she
been around
started
certain
laughing and she
people.
started like loosening up and cussing too. But I think your elders always look at you like you're a kid, no matter how old you get. It's just what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cause
My
I put
mom's
some.
60 something years old. I'll be 39 in May, and she still call me her baby. And I
Yeah.
My mom
realized
used
that,
to
like,
too. Yeah.
yeah, because yeah, man, no matter how old your children get, they your babies. They are forever gonna be your babies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, I've accepted my kids as grown-ups to an extent. Like, I don't trip if they cuss, but I get like, I was raised by people who are way older. They're real old school. So, but
I think we all was technically, realistically.
Like,
some all of us here was, but a lot of us outside of here weren't. I got lucky. I was
it's
raised
a
by my
generational
grandparents.
thing.
Yeah.
It's a generational thing. Like I was just talking to a homeboy, and we was talking about the fact that love and loyalty don't really exist. They just words that people like to use nowadays. Actual morals and values and having principles that become few, far, and in between.
Yeah, you made a good point. Also, I want to raise the point of the words to use to gauge certain things.
I love you.
You gauging your connection, your attraction, your loyalty. It's a gauge. I feel.
I mean, well, like I said, I love you. That's a deceitful ass word that people toss around all the time in order to get what they want.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. I have no quarrels with that. That is absolutely correct. I feel.
You could be easily fooled by an I love you. You know what I mean? Especially when it comes to dealing with relations as far as men and women go.
Yeah. Or I'm sorry. Same thing, man. Same thing.
It'll never happen again. And then here comes
Exactly.
Tuesday. The same
I
shit
didn't mean
happened
it.
again.
Exactly. I was
Well,
upset.
sometimes people don't do
Off my
things
shoes. You are
that they
weird as
mean.
fuck.
Like you just said, I was upset. People do things out of anger, not even just necessarily speaking on like trying to hurt somebody, but you could get hurt and hurt somebody that you love out of anger, and you wouldn't even mad at them.
Mm-hmm.
That's something you got to be careful of, because people do that not knowingly, like, and that's like when you carry your burdens, like they say, true demons follow. When you carry your burdens, somebody
don't stop licking my
gonna
fucking
get hurt.
shoe.
What the hell are you?
I mean, well, how do you put your burden down? Because we all got burdens that we carry as human beings. Ain't nobody life peachy 24/7.
Exactly, but it's easy to carry that on to the next person that means you well.
I mean, well, you don't know. Most of us is all broken. So how do you deal with a broken person? Especially if you broken yourself.
That's a no-no. That's a major no-no, and getting better.
Or
So,
have clear
that's a good question,
communication.
though. That's a good question, though. Like how?
Well, I mean, if you have clear communication about what you're broken about to the other person, what they're broken about, you can help uplift each other to heal each other, not necessarily through each other, but individually, like working each other up. If you have clear communication about this is something that bothers me, it doesn't matter what it came from. This is something that bothers me, and y'all have that communication and you're supportive of each other, then I believe that two broken people can possibly
You know what?
help each other heal. But at the
I
same
agree.
time, you have to be willing to put in that work, and you have to be extremely honest to the point of your shadow self and everything that you do wrong. You have to bring that to the light and say, this is me, this is you, and these are the things we need to work on as a unit, and these are the things we need to work on individually. And if we can't do that, then there's no reason to go forward in this.
You know, you're right. We had the same conversation, remember?
Mm-hmm.
And what did you do? You brought it to a light of more positivity, and made me realize shit that was kind of right there, kind of like, oh, duh. But it takes that sometimes.
Yeah,
It
sometimes
takes
it
that
takes another perspective of somebody to be able to snap you out of your reality, because everybody's in their own reality. They're like in first person
Well,
player.
my perception of my reality was all wrong at the moment.
There you go.
At that moment, then I was like,
There
you
you
know
go.
what? You know what?
So
Damn,
basically,
like, damn, yeah, fuck that shit. I'm the motherfucking shit. God damn it.
It
Yeah.
takes you to either step back from the situation to look at it, or somebody to pull you back from the situation to look at it from a different angle to get a better perception of the situation.
Yep, the objective person, the oddball out from the outside in. Yep.
You had said your shadow self. Elaborate on what your shadow self is.
So the light part of yourself is more like the laughter and the good memories and the good part of you. The shadow self is what's in the dark, what happens when people aren't around, how you are. It defines your character when no one's looking, or it tells you what your problems are. My shadow self, I have insecurities up the wazoo about being cheated on. That's one thing my shadow self has to work on. I know
Join the
that.
club.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was
That's
gonna
pretty
say
much
like, come on
that's
now,
for anybody who's never been cheated on,
low
especially
But
key.
ones
This
like
in
is
crime.
everybody. This is
that's
everybody here, right?
something that's
Like,
that's something that's like my shadow self needs to work on. I have a slick ass mouth too. So that's another thing I gotta work on. It's the negative parts of you that you don't like reliving, like when you cheated on somebody or when you were wrong in the situation, and reliving and seeing what you can do to not go back to that place.
and that's the majority of it, because that place reminds you, keeps you back on the right track.
Yes,
All
it
you have to
does.
do is remember that place, and it changed the whole perspective and whole ideology of what's wrong with you, what you could have did, what you should have did,
What you did wrong and how to
and
fix it
and
and how
how
to
to
never make that
and how
mistake
to stay on
again.
this right track. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
Yeah.
this is something that I feel like y'all should share this, man, because a lot of people go through life not realizing this, not knowing why they're the way they are.
So you say it's probably more important to forgive yourself for your prior mistakes before you even worry about trying to.
You can't even
Oh,
worry about nobody else.
110%.
You can't worry
You
about nobody
can't be
else until you.
happy if you don't forgive yourself first. Or you know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
I was just having a conversation with a homeboy about this. Like, people are like codependent on other people making them happy, but
Mm-hmm.
nobody can really truly make you happy. You can have good feelings being around people that you love and you care about, but you got to have the happiness inside yourself first.
Absolutely.
Right. It all starts at home, because if you're not happy, no one else can make you happy because you're not happy.
And that's the same thing with love. You can't love nobody until you love yourself.
Yeah. If you love that's crazy thing. You don't love
You
yourself.
can't
How
love
can you
nobody
love your kid?
correctly until you love yourself.
Well,
But
to love
what's
yourself
the
is to.
correct way to love?
The correct way to it depends on who they are. It depends on what their love language is, and it depends on if you can give that to them in that aspect.
Hey, okay, I have a question. If you love a crackhead, you hand him an 8 ball. Is that God's plan?
It depends. It depends. Do you want them
So,
to stay a crackhead? Do you want them to stay on that level, or do you want them to elevate and go to rehab and become the person that they were meant to be?
but that's the best crackhead you got. They fucking cut
Hey, then
grass
I
in the
mean, make your
winter,
money,
catch
boo boo,
snowflakes.
but
You know, God's
You
plan.
can't love somebody that much if you know they got a problem and you being being an enabler.
enabler. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's not
Well,
love.
with that
Well,
being
That's
I mean,
more
said,
abuse.
sometimes enabling them to the point of they hit their rock bottom. Yeah, you're gonna feel like shit, but like having them hit their rock bottom and then come back from that. Sometimes you doing that for them, they might not forgive you for it, but look
in the
where they're
long run,
at.
they will. They will
Yeah,
eventually
but
they will.
yeah.
Oh, Tasha, by the way, before I'm gonna get off subject for a second.
Oh geez.
Kwame, he saw the post though. He thought that was awesome.
Oh, that's what's up.
Hell yeah, hell yeah. And
That's what's up.
yeah, hell yeah. And
I got a meeting with him on Friday.
oh, cool. Tell him I say, hey,
I sure will.
his office still in Ipsy?
Yeah.
Cool. That's one of my favorite cousins. Very inspiring to me.
Listen, that was the hookup right there. He put me on some shit and helped me out in ways that ain't nobody helped me out.
Right, and it's available. You know what the sad part is? It's available for each and every one, male, female, don't matter.
But no one knows about it.
I put it
I
out
didn't know
there.
shit about that until you said something, and then I got a hold of him. And once I got a hold of him, I'm like, well, damn, I could do this, 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 and this, and be back on my. Look at me now. I'm back in my own spot. I got
Yeah.
my. You know what I'm saying?
And you got bumped to the front of the line though. Just saying.
I
though.
sure did.
But you know what though, and that's for everybody, and it's still being offered, but no one will listen. Like I tell people, like, look,
Because it's their pride. 90% of the
Man.
time, it's their pride.
shit,
People
man.
don't want to. They don't want to admit that they need the help, and then it's too late for them to get the help. They done dug themselves
It's
in 2
never,
times a deeper hole before they even decide to say, "Hey, I'm drowning over here."
it's never too late, and I try to get people to understand that.
Sometimes there's very rare cases, but sometimes people don't want to be helped. They want to go down in their flames and glory.
That ain't glory. That's stupidity.
What,
Especially,
quote unquote glory, quote unquote glory.
yeah. But the thing is, though, like, I'm glad that happened. I didn't mean to get off subject, but
That's
I'm
all right.
proud. He's proud. And this got offered to a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
You were kind of skeptical at first, I will admit, but you got
I was.
You got
But
to
once
it,
I
though.
talked to him, like once I legitimately I let my guard down and pushed my pride to the side and listened to what he was saying to me. I'm like, this man knows what he's talking about. And he
He's-
done put me up on all this stuff. I'm like, there's no way he's gonna want to see me fail because look at what he's done for me already.
Yeah, and then on top of that, I know it's legit the truth and been that way. I know personally because this is my blood. So I know what they doing for Washtenaw County. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, they helped me out with so much. I'm still getting help from them. They got my daughter a leapfrog, one of those leapfrog reading things.
Mhm.
And my caseworker, she's over here looking for one of them pens because they didn't give us a pen with it. She gifted it to me. Those are like $50.
Yeah.
He over here, man.
And the whole goal, the moral of the story is you pay it forward, you look out for people, and things work out, and you appreciate it. Like, it makes it worth actually reaching out to people.
It really does. For sure. I appreciate that, Abdul.
No problem. I got y'all. I got each and every single person on this panel.
Shout.
And then some more. Chris. Turn your mic on. Oh, Chris, say turn your mic on.
I couldn't leave it on because I had to keep yelling at my dogs.
What are they doing right now?
They was doing fuck shit. Now they're sleeping.
Oh, hey, the one was sounding like a dude snoring last episode.
He's sleeping
Oh yeah,
again.
there it is. Ray was on there. He was
Yeah.
like, "Man, who sleep on this motherfucker?"
Yeah.
But yeah, forgiveness is a mug though. But I feel like if you forgive, you don't forget. You don't want to end up in that same predicament. And like I said before, shame on you.
Forgiving somebody, I mean, depending on how they hurt you, and you can forgive somebody, don't mean you gotta trust them. So you just handle them accordingly.
And there's some offenses that ain't
100.
forgivable. Just is what it is.
That's what.
There's some unforgivable offenses.
Okay, what's unforgivable?
And which is hard because I've forgiven the unforgivable.
Well, like Maya,
What's
I'll never
unforgivable?
forgive her. She set me up to get killed.
I'm gonna tell you.
So I'll never forgive her. So that's one thing.
How do you
I
know that
won't
was
do.
their intention? So
What the fuck?
I don't know the
Because
details. I'm sorry.
because she
I don't know.
when I stayed in Phoenix and I stayed in this $500,000 house out in the Palm Grove, and I was under investigation, and I was in my nice little fucking house, and she knew I couldn't have like no guns or no weapons because I had CPS at my fucking shit looking through my house all the time. And I had got raided, so I couldn't like move the way that I did before. And she had a key to my house because she was my best friend from up here. She wanted me to stop being friends with her baby daddy because they fell out. Mind you, we all grew up together. Sherrod was my baby daddy's best friend their whole entire life. They knew each other because I introduced them. She wanted me to stop being his friend because she wanted to break up with them, but she do this all the time. I'm like, I'm not getting in the middle of y'all's dumbass shit. That ain't none of my business, basically.
Well,
but there are still boundaries, even though it
no,
doesn't
it ain't.
matter.
He was first of all,
It's
he was my
boundaries.
friend first. It ain't no boundaries
It is.
that I didn't
Who
cross
was
no
you friends
boundaries.
with first? Who was you friends with first?
Him.
Okay, then never mind then.
Well,
But
he
it
didn't
is
have a key,
boundaries
she
there.
did, right?
Yeah, because we became friends after the fact, and then they weren't fucking when me and him was friends for years before they ever even met. I'm talking about since I was like 14, 13 years old, I've been knowing him. She came into my life later. And she came into my life on some shady shit because I befriended her as my enemy. Like I confronted her about some shit and we became friends. So
is this a shame on me moment?
Be pretty fucking much. So so basically she turned on me and she set me up to be killed, and she had 3 guys and another girl and her come and kick. I had 5 entrances to my house. They surrounded my house.
Or is
We
all this past the statute of limitations?
Yeah.
No, they went to prison for that shit. They all went to prison except for, I don't know what happened to her. She probably got out of it because her mom was a probation officer. I had to call the police because they broke my what's it called? The orbital bone around my eye.
Yeah.
I had to go to the hospital. There was like no way of getting out of it. So in any case, that's one person I will never forgive. Ever.
Well, I'll put
And
it
now
like
she
this.
hides for me. Every time she could, the bitch get that bitch hides for me because the bitch had to come hard if she came for me. She had to come hard. She knew she had to come hard. So that's why she came the way she did.
Sometimes you gotta let go and let God.
Yeah,
I let go and
do
let
it.
God, but
Do
if
it.
I ever see her, I can't.
There ain't no
Hey,
telling what you can do.
but you know what?
Yeah.
Look,
Success
I'm
is the best
telling you what,
revenge.
my son's dad hid it from me every time she came to town. Every time I heard
It
about it
is.
after that, but I
You
never heard about it
you
while she was
sitting
here.
there. You can't even
Because
sit there
why?
and,
Because she made sure she didn't want nobody to let me know when she was around, because she knew I got a problem.
right. But here go the thing about that though, baby. Now you harboring all of that motherfucking hatred and you letting that shit fester. You done ran into her and you fuck around and do something. Now you done fucked yourself up because it's possible that you could, you know what I'm saying? You'll throw your whole life away for some get back over some shit that it done been so long, it ain't even worth it at this point.
And
I'm
best
hoping
believe that
so
person
long
was
when
miserable.
I fucking see her, nobody will know I did it.
Hey Rick, you told me people want you to fuck them up.
Yeah, they do.
Trick you off the fucking streets.
Listen,
I'm gonna tell you what, she don't even have a Facebook. She lays low. She lays low as fuck. So like I couldn't get to her if I wanted to, but she just I can't say what I would do if I ever saw her in my life. Cause I do go back to Arizona. My kids down there.
How many years has
and
it
she do
been
come
since
back up
then?
here because this is where she's from. So I mean, it's quite possible we may cross paths once in our life again.
And how many years has it been since then?
When did she do that to me?
It
was before I went to prison.
You really would risk everything you got going on to turn around and be back in the joint. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what you gotta think about when you
I don't know
upset.
what I would do. I just know I ain't letting that shit go.
I mean, well, you know, you know, think about it. You know the consequences and repercussions of your actions.
I haven't forgiven her. I don't think I ever will.
Well, I mean, it's growth. Like I told you before, though, you have a whole lot of living to do. With that being said, you got a whole lot of forgiving to do.
I seen what she looked like too, and it just is so funny because she thinks she was the shit, dog. And I seen what she looked like now, and she like, she looks hideous. I know she thinks she looks good.
I'm gonna tell you like my pops told me, just keep on living.
Yeah, and especially, and that's some great advice for the simple fact you see people that's not here.
Yeah,
you know, I mean,
I can't say I would miss her if she wasn't here, but
I mean, hey, if she ain't here,
she could die. She could die tonight. Time, she might be in a better
shit.
place after that fact. You still got to keep living.
Yeah,
you got to be happy.
I'm happy, like for the most part, other than people keep dying. But
I mean, well, that's a part of life.
Yeah, that's life. and I still don't get it, but
what makes you happy.
But I'm happy.
And happiness and success is the best form of revenge.
And I'm fairly successful.
I would say so. Them damn dogs in there, shit. Hell, I gotta get 2.
It ain't even the dog. Like I don't even consider that a feather in my cap. That's just something fun I did along my journey.
But it's something that makes your life more fulfilling. You gotta understand
it does. It does. I don't know what I would do if I didn't have them to care for. Honestly, now it's so weird.
Exactly. So I mean that is something that occupies your mind instead of being hateful, instead of being spiteful. You have something positive to do and you stand in your own lane.
As much hate as I hold on to, I put that much, if not more, good back into the universe.
You gotta use. You don't want to be putting hate
twice a month.
You don't want to be putting hate into the universe though, because then that's
the hate that I hold on to for the girl that I hate.
You're gonna get that back,
Jasper. I put good out into the universe to balance it. I have a yin and a yang. It just is what it is.
Hey,
I try to balance it out with the good I do, but I definitely have a dark side.
I want to say something, and then this will let y'all know my degree of intelligence. You know, I don't overstep boundaries as a friend to anybody. But once I see something, I set something up for people to talk through their differences and actually converse in the conversation. I like seeing Rick and Chris talking right now. This was purposely, mind y'all. Y'all never missed a beat. You know what that tells me? Y'all good friends and y'all better than that. Nobody got something to say? Okay, thanks, Dooley. Pat myself on the back. Pat myself on the back. Thank you, guys. No problem. Anytime. I'm all about positivity. If y'all haven't realized that yet, but look at y'all now.
You welcome, nigga. You welcome.
You know what I'm saying? Look at y'all now, and it was purposely. Y'all know that because he asked me who was coming on, and I said Chris.
Nigga, I ask every time, but you know Chris.
He didn't
I know Chris
tell me.
I didn't tell her. I told her the topic.
I didn't really care. I just said what was the topic.
And she wanted to speak on it, something she could speak on. So that was green. Go, let's go. and it worked out though.
I was just gonna do my Arabic homework and shit. I'm like, all right.
Well, you can teach me some Arabic so I can be at work like
Meshnoon.
I just sounded racist to the motherfucker just then.
Meshnoon.
That's all right, though. I'm gonna go eat some grape leaves tomorrow. It'll be all good.
This is my homework, y'all.
Dog, that's Mediterranean, ain't it?
Hold on. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, that's Arabic food, man.
For real?
Yeah.
I have to learn. It's like learning how to write it like a little kid.
It look that shit look crazy. You learning to learn it. I go off of hearing. Like how do I say this?
Wassalamu alaikum. Ana ismi Kristen Medina Ypsilanti. And I forgot how to say the rest, but that's just me saying my name, and I'm from Ips.
And they're gonna be like, you want to go to gas station? You want to go
to okay, so Ib is
this thing said gas station. You racist too.
You know what? Shut up. My dad is hey, we doing ancestry right now. And
there's a lot of shit. It's a lot. It's hard, but it's fun because I want to go to Egypt. So I'm trying to learn.
I want to go to Mecca.
I thought it was mostly Eritreans in Egypt now.
They speak a different dialect of Arabic, but I'm taking traditional Arabic and I can learn the other dialect, she said.
Oh.
It'll be easy. And she's teaching us like other little She's teaching us like other little oh my God. Bro, I don't want to pet you right now. And you see
Hey, but look, we doing right now, my family doing ancestry.com. If y'all want to see something interesting, do that shit, man. That shit is awesome. Right now we at the point of my grandmother's grandfather. That's like 1865.
Dang.
And that is wild because it's easier in the Americas to keep records of stuff. So
that's around the time toward the
they didn't really keep their records for everybody.
Yeah. And then
like they didn't for my grandparents.
And it's funny you say that because they had their own land, they were sharecroppers. So that would make sense around that time, right?
That's why I said it was around the time toward the end of slavery. Most people's families, especially in the South, was sharecroppers. It was a point in time where niggas owned most of the land in the South because after the slavery was abolished, a lot of them plantations owners couldn't afford to keep the land. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So niggas were just there, so they kind of just claimed it.
But they really didn't even get a good deal with that. I just really learned in the last class I took. Like,
No, they
they
didn't.
still had to pay for the land. They still had to rent the land. And there was like stipulations when they farmed land, they had to rent the tools and all that shit from the people that own the farm. So like basically they really just made enough to eat. They really didn't make no extra shit.
No, they didn't really.
Yeah, but
do
they
nothing.
mastered it though. They mastered it enough to know the
Would
ins
you
and outs.
fucking go?
Yeah, to be able to know how to farm the land,
Yeah,
but it
yeah,
didn't matter
yeah.
to make money off of it. That's why when Obama was in office, he released that black farmers money, because it was so many niggas that was trying to get loans from banks and they was just
Yeah.
throwing applications away. They wasn't trying to help at all. That was the reason they ended up getting a lot of the land back. Kind of like the situation with the $5 Indians. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and another thing too, we at the point of, you know how every black person say, I got Indian in my family.
Everybody got Indian in
yeah,
their family.
everybody. We at the point now where we at the mulatto part, which is, it could be black or white, or it could be black and Indian. So right now, to be continued, I'll follow up on the next episode to let y'all know.
Okay.
But
Oh yeah,
it's
23andMe DNA test.
Yeah, all that shit.
All right.
And
those.
these to houses, addresses, like I mean, they kept fairly good records. You know what I'm saying? Like death records, birth certificates, and stuff like that. That's what they go off of. They kept fairly good records in the Americas, but when you from another place, that's when it gets difficult. I would say Puerto Rico. If Puerto Ricans come here, they don't try that shit because they know they keep poor records in Puerto Rico of this and that, and then once they get here, they might mix and mingle too.
I mean, it was kind of your responsibility as a family to teach your family your history. But
and that's where I'm at with it. Exactly. You're right.
Well, see, you gotta understand, niggas here in America ain't average like how other motherfuckers come over to the country. They was breeding us in farms, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
and you say that word, it's so offensive and it's so true.
What? Niggas are breeding.
Breeding.
Yeah, I mean, when shit, we
makes
all
it sound
breed
like animals, but that's what the hell they did.
We could be standing on the block, see a fine ass woman, be like, damn, she a top-notch breeder. You know what I'm saying? You know what?
Right. Or I could kiss somebody on their hand and end up pregnant. I'm a top-notch breeder.
Hey, if you was a bad motherfucker, you can kiss a broad and make
man, I put that on. No, never mind. Let me chill. Tasha, you got anything to say? You've been quiet right now. I mean,
don't be kissing my hand. That's what I got to say.
Well, look, we're not going.
It's a joke. It's a joke. It's a
baby
joke.
Mama, baby mama.
It's a joke.
It's a rap. Like, I'm be like Pepe Le Pew. I'm present to meet your meeting. Gotcha.
No. Corona.
It was your hand. You gonna have a face mask on your hand. That'd be funny as fuck next time. Look, you know what though? Next time though, we on to something right now. Like I want to keep this going though too, because like this conversation needs to happen on all parties. And I still feel like it's something more Tasha want to get out about, like on this topic of forgiveness. If not, that's fine. But I mean, I want everybody to walk away with a peace of mind, though. Like, you know, back to the old days.
You know, man, I try to make sure that, you know, I forgive everybody no matter what the situation is. I don't know how everybody else feel. I'm not gonna try to push my spirituality or faith on anybody else, but you know, I pray that every night. Let God forgive me of my sins, help me to forgive those that have sinned against me, and put in the hearts of those that I've sinned against to forgive me of the sins I've committed against them. You know, I don't want to walk around with anger and hatred in my mind and in my heart.
I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. I'm gonna mute. Shut. Okay.
You leave that cat alone,
man.
Sorry, I'm not a cat person, so this gives me. I'm
not either.
I try to be slow to anger. You know what I'm saying? Because it don't lead to nothing good. You know.
Vader, come get your cat.
But I tell you what, when people show you who they truly are, you need to believe it.
How far is Sterling Heights from Ipsy?
I go
That's
there
about
I was
40,
going there.
40,
No,
45
actually, it's
minute drive.
no, it's actually 45 an hour, 45 to an hour. Yeah.
That's
Oh, I'm going on a road trip tomorrow. They
I
got a
was just
Jolly
out in
Bees.
Sterling Heights today.
They got a fucking Jolly Bees in Sterling Heights.
Oh, who?
A fucking Jolly Bees. It's a restaurant, and I've been thinking about driving to Chicago to get some Sarpinos and grabbing some Jolly Bees. And they have one here, and I didn't even know it, and I'm so excited. It's a Filipino restaurant.
I think that show up on my when I'm out in Utica. That's Sterling Heights. When I'm out there, when I do the cash, not the cash app, the Uber Eats, DoorDash stuff, like trying something different. I think they show up on there too.
Like
I never get.
excited. Like,
Sterling Heights, I can't remember what road it's on, but it got them two giant ass rings, like one in the beginning of the road and one toward the end of the road. I wonder what them statues are supposed to be symbolic of.
You should take a picture and like share your screen or something next time and show us.
Yeah, because it's like when you on 94, those blue people don't know what those blue thing when you pass through Taylor, what it is, the blue
that's from the Detroit Lions. I don't know what it
Super Bowl.
symbolizes.
No, it was for the Super Bowl when it was in Detroit.
The Super Bowl. That's what
they said that
like when they had
Kwame spent that money to build that bridge and put that wall right there.
Yeah,
I don't know how much he
put his
spent.
people on though. He put his people on too.
Damn sure did, because that little bit of bullshit right there probably ain't take nothing but a
No,
hot
I
minute
ain't
to
taking
put
no
up.
money, ain't nothing at all. It's bodies behind the shit. Oh, let me stop though, because hell, I was just, oh my God, like I ain't finna fuck myself over for real. But yeah, man, as opposed to being taken down, I think that was the best, greatest episode ever. And YouTube was like, yoink. So starting next week, we're gonna be going live. Starting next week. I'm working out the kinks and everything. Yeah, I know you're gonna say that. Yeah. But I mean, and also I don't have to worry about anything else. Like I can interact with people and stuff like that, because we're not the only ones that feel like we feel. Believe it or not, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
And I know this when I promote it, because people are like, oh shit, waiting on it, about time. Like the followers go up because, oh, thanks Tasha too again.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome.
But the followers go up with the intentions of like seeing something, and then they like, oh, I'm caught into this. And then you see comments, and then you see subscribers, and then they're like, this is not bad. Which any way, shape, or form, I try to get people interested in stuff like that. But I mean, if it works, it works. Also, I have another comedian that I'm working with right now. We did a full show together. I sent a clip of it, and she is absolutely hilarious. But with that being said, Tasha, anything else you want to put out there?
About forgiveness is just I mean, I'm working on it, but my anger, that's my biggest downfall, is my anger, because I'm slow to react. I'm slow to act, but I'm easily angered. Like my anger is on 12, but that's a lot of childhood trauma. So I guess I forgive myself. That's the hardest. That's number one. It's the hardest thing to do for me is forgiving myself and all this shit. Because I put myself
we are our own worst critics, though.
I put myself in a lot of the situations, though, because I knew what I was doing. I was trying to be shady about some shit, and I got my comeuppance about it. Now I have to go work through that because it's affecting my day-to-day now. So it's just working on forgiveness in myself is probably number one most important thing.
Okay, and then with that being said, though, that's everybody's like thing, though. But some people actually don't even understand the actual concept of being happy. They know hurt people, but what's left after that?
A vicious cycle of people continuously hurting people.
Absolutely.
So somebody got to be the one to break the chain.
Yeah. Unless you take that time to actually heal and move on from the situation and know how to move forward in the correct manner without having to go through it again. You're going to repeat the same cycle if you don't forgive yourself.
Yeah, true.
You're just going to put yourself back in there just like a washer. You're just going to keep going and going.
So you think you need to forgive yourself first in order to forgive somebody else?
Absolutely. 100, unless they came out of nowhere and just came out of like with some crazy stuff, you had red flags along the way to show you who they were, and then they did some fuck shit, and you gotta forgive yourself first for being so blind to the fact, and then you gotta forgive them in order to be able to move forward in a healthy manner.
I got a bonus question. Can somebody name a song that took them back and they know the weather, they know the year, they know the feeling, the emotion that it gave when they first heard
Glamorous.
by
Yep.
Gwen Stefani?
That was my first car accident. I go right back to the smell, what the weather was, what my car did, and the feeling of having to call my dad and tell him I wrecked the car, all that.
Dog, that is weird, but it's like that, like traumatic experience. Like
It's
first
PTSD.
time I got, first and only time I got beat up. I could smell my own blood. I could taste my own blood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's something that drove me to never be in that predicament anymore. I was a kid though, just saying though. But Rick, what's the song? And I know you got plenty
What?
songs that you actually have in your mind that you'll play and take you back to a certain spot. We share the same music interest though, so
You said
I'm waiting.
Song.
Yeah.
I mean, shit. It's a bunch of songs. You just put me on the spot to think of one. I'd say Mo 3 Broken Love.
How long ago was that?
Oh, that's a good one.
I don't know how long ago that was, but you know.
What do it remind you of?
Broken love situations is dealing with family and friends.
What were you going through at that point in time? Listening to that song is what I meant. I'm sorry.
I mean, what you mean? Like, you want me to name a specific situation?
Yeah, like how everything was. Like when you listen to good music, you remember everything around you at that point in time. What you was going through, what was going on, like.
When I actually wasn't really big fan of Mo 3. So when I started listening to him, you know, all of that shit was old. So at the point in time, I can't really say I was going through too much of nothing. It just made me remember of times of situations I did go through.
Okay, so that was that absolute moment. Chris.
Yeah.
What's a song that you listen to that takes you back to a memory of what was going on? Like mostly people understand good stuff, but they understand bad
All
stuff too.
All songs take me back to something.
Okay, like what's your favorite song right now?
Pretty much like anything from Sada Baby, but
okay,
like,
Slide. What were you doing when you first heard Slide?
I don't know, but what I can tell you about songs that I have from my past, they just are like the whole Spice One America's Nightmare album or Brother Lynch album from 1995 remind me of the summer of 1995, and
Brother
certain
Lynch,
songs will take me back to
EBK, Brother Lynch.
Yeah.
I'm peeping through your set with a mini Mac 10 AR-15.
AR-15. Ruger, 12-gauge pump in the trunk of the black beanie to style.
Yeah. That takes me back to Rip Gut Cannibal type shit to where I was a fucking junior in high school. And it takes me back to that sick shit.
Mm-hmm.
Sick May. See,
and I was like really into No Limit, like everything.
And another thing, oh, you done took it there. Rest in peace.
And I love Too Short. Like, okay, so I was like 9 years old when I got my first Too Short album.
You said rest in piss?
Yeah, rest in piss. Yeah. They call me Agent Double O Deuce Folk. I got that number. Yeah. Hell yeah.
I was listening to MC Hammer and the Humpty
Man, I
Dance
was
is your chance to do
listening.
the hump.
Man, come on. You know you wasn't. You fucking
I
liar.
wasn't listening to all that gangsta ass shit. I was a good kid.
Yeah,
have
look how
all
you
the
turned out. You was
underground shit,
bad.
too.
Because
Man,
used
I
to go
was
to
reading the
Gibraltar and
Bible and
riot.
singing hymns.
I was too,
Y'all
but at night I was like, they call me Agent Double O Deuce. Like I got that time of clock and ready to put one in your rest in. Rest in peace. Yeah. But I changed my life completely. Had a family, had kids and stuff, and then I'll eventually
like it.
I'll eventually have a show with them on there. My idols, though, man. I'm working on that though. And
That'd
you
be
know,
cool as hell.
on my bucket list, I've reached 2 so far. Well, 3
I also
so
love
far.
Dating Family. Do you guys remember?
No,
Dating Family?
that's I did a show that I did a comedy show with not Bootleg.
Ira?
Yeah. Ira Dorsey. I did a show and he was a judge at it. I bombed. I told y'all about that though too, didn't I? Yeah, I bombed at that fucking show, but it was awesome because I met my idol that day. And of course, honestly, I would bomb. If I meet my idol in the rap game, I'm not gonna be concentrated. I'm gonna be geeked as fuck. I'm gonna be happy as fuck. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know. But hell, I had a show. And then there's other shows though they had with them. I have a connect the way they did the verses. They did the verses in Flint. Dayton Family against Top Authority. Hella pictures from that though. I can actually show that shit. You know who Top Authority is though too. So if you know who Dayton Family is.
Yeah, of course. But I love Dating Family though. I still play their shit. I still love it.
Yeah, FBI. I was on stage when I bombed. I was like,
Going Through a Thing wasn't on FBI though, and that's probably my favorite song.
Going Through a Thing was on Dayton Family when they had the Fila jerseys on. That's when
it went on FBI.
FBI. And for y'all that don't know, FBI stands for fuck being indicted.
Fucking bad. It was the whole album was fire.
But yeah, that was my idol, man. I got pictures on Instagram though when I took with them and shit though, like on my comedy show and stuff. Like, man, that was dope, man. Come on now. But yeah, I got some shit.
And I love Avon MJG, and I love Tila, and I love like that whole Houston rap
Tila,
scene.
come on now. All right now.
I like Mac Ma. I like the whole Bay Area shit. I didn't like
You like the Bay, listen to Larry June.
And then let's put that out there in the air. Let's put that out there.
Put what out there?
Larry June. He don't get enough credit, right?
Yeah, he's still underground though, but if he ever have a commercial,
I'm gonna check him out.
If you ever have a commercial album, I'd expect to see like a Dolph Nipsey Hussle situation.
Well, that was the richest situations you can get into though. People don't understand that. Don't nobody need to be signed. You can actually make your own label at home, put your own shit out, distribute your own shit, and make all the fucking money.
That's what June's still doing now.
Right, and we helping him on his end on the strength of you. I'm like, well, shit. If you feel that comfortable about it, let me check him out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the way it goes, though. And that's the way this promotion shit works too. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Game spitting. You know what I'm saying? Dropping jewels. That's all it is.
Yeah, and we all got it. We can be polished and everything, but we all got it.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love every single last one of y'all, and I hope to see y'all next week. And I got a lot of work to do, but I got a lot of surprises too.
For sure. Yeah, I plan on coming next week too. So.
All right, bet, for sure. Chris.
I'm not gonna hold my breath about Nathan.
Yeah, I know that. Look at episode 1. Look at episode 80. We have an understanding. You dig?
You already know it.
Yep. All right, Chris. I'll hit you up anytime. I don't care. I don't give a fuck anyway. I don't like shit.
All
right. Good show, y'all.
All
right.
Oh my God.
Shut the fuck up.